Hi, I'm Rob,
And I'm Angie. And
and together
together
we
we
are
are
TwinFinity.
Twinfinity. We are twin flames in union who've been sharing our journey through a series of videos. This is now video number 36 called The Madness, the Miracles, and the Move In. Oh my God. When I was reading text to prepare for this, I had no idea that I'd be so amazed that this is really our journey. we, I felt like I was reading some fictional novel, but genuinely, this is the crazy story that was our life.
And even I read over the notes, which I sometimes don't get an opportunity to do all that thoroughly, sometimes not even at all. And yeah, I was reading it going, yes, yeah, we did this, yeah,
We
we did
lived
that.
that.
Wow, did
Yeah.
we ever do that? How did we ever do this? What? Wow, this it blew me away too. We survived all this, and we get to talk about another few more days of what we did.
Yes. And do you want to tell us where we are now?
Yeah, we're overlooking Barrier Lake. We're up on a just a little ridge, and of course, we're on the edge of a cliff.
As
Yeah,
usual, because that's where we go.
15 feet that way is a drop off of about 60, 70 vertical yards, but at least we're comfortable this time. So anyway, Barrier Lake was lake number 2 that I brought Angie to on our tour of the Rockies, way back 20 years ago.
The first day we met. Yes.
But she's never been up on this little ridge before, and I've only been up here once before myself, so it was kind of nice to come back here. It's a little windy, and it's a lot sunny, and it's very warm, and we are in the shade. Can't get away from the wind, but we've got that all figured out now.
We hope. So what's neat about being up here is we tried 5 different locations yesterday, Saturday, to do our video, and nothing worked. There was either music playing in the background, there was too much traffic. Then we're finally like, okay, forget it, we'll just go home. We go home, we try to do it in our backyard, and our neighbors are out. So we ended up chatting with them, and then it was bedtime. So we didn't get to do our video yesterday.
There's something called divine timing. And sometimes when we want to do a video, where we want to do a video, how we want to do a video, it doesn't work.
It just doesn't work.
It just doesn't. Everything, just always something critically wrong. So yesterday was not the day. We missed the weekend before because... Why did we miss the weekend before?
Because we were trying to go up to Rawson Lake, and it was closed because of bears.
Yeah, we wanted to go to a neat place that we'd gone in the wintertime, and no. So...
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we're here. I don't want to say we're a week late. It's summertime. Everybody's busy doing summertime things, including us. And if a little narrow window of opportunity to do something doesn't work, it doesn't mean that it has to be a video, whether it's cooking something or doing laundry. Yeah, all these little timings. It's summertime. It's variable.
But the neat thing is, we just kind of connected the dots as we were climbing up to do a video up here, is that it's Barrier Lake, and it's so appropriate for our video because it was all about breaking barriers and moving through challenges. So it kind of fits.
Anyway.
Now, I was just going to say, before you do the recap, let's talk about our event.
Okay, you first.
Yeah. So you may know, you may not know, so we're going to tell you again. We are going to be doing a Twin Flame / Divine Partner workshop in Banff, which is in the Rocky Mountains. So Banff, Alberta, Canada. On the weekend of October 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then on the Monday, which is a holiday in both Canada and US, and apparently some people said Australia too. So if you're coming all the way from Australia, great. Rob is going to take us on a tour of the Rockies. So much like he was just describing, similar to what he took me on our very first day that we met, we'll take you guys on a tour. So we'll go to places like Lake Louise and Johnson's Canyon, and I can't even remember some of the other places.
Emerald Lake.
Yes.
Yep.
So if you're interested in the workshop, if you want more details, there will be 2 links at the bottom of this video. One is for Facebook, if you're a Facebook person, and the other is a YouTube link if you're not a Facebook person. So there'll be more information there. One of the things we just wanted to say about the workshop is we've been to 2 together. We went to the Chicago one back in June, July of last year, and then the one in Boston in October, I think it was, of the same year. And they changed our lives. Even though we were already in union, it was so impactful. We met a ton of soul family, quite honestly. And you know, when you come to these things, you meet people that are like lifelong friends afterwards. So it's life changing. Our purpose in doing it is to just help answer your questions, give guidance, just let you connect with other people. Really, it's just helpful to propel you forward on your path, no matter where you are on the path, whether you're just starting your journey as a twin flame consciously, or you've been on it for many years. I mean, again, for us, we were already in union, and it was still very, very impactful. So with us, we will have Dio Veselinoff. I know a lot of you guys know him. Marla Kelly from Twinstrology, Debbie Dubois from True Sacred Union, and Kelly McKinstry from Encompass Yourself. So we have an awesome team with us of facilitators, and we are all going to be there helping you guys, serving you, doing our best to give you whatever you need on your journey. So we hope you'll join us. We would love to see you guys in person.
Yes, I'm very excited to be hosting this with Angie and having the people with us that we have.
Yeah.
And plus anybody else that attends, like Angie was saying, to be with a bunch of like-minded people, and then the energy that comes with it. When I first felt that energy being with a bunch of other twins, either in union or not, the energy was just amazing. Chicago rocked me right to my core, and I knew I was with the right people doing the right thing within minutes of being in that particular workshop. It was great.
Yeah. In fact, just to add one last little thing, one of the people we met there is Kelly McKinstry, and we now have asked her to join us as a facilitator since she is now on mission herself. So, you know, you meet friends and then they become lifelong soul friends in your family of a soul group. So you just never know who you're going to meet there and how they'll transform your life and you them. It's very impactful.
So yes, at the end of this video, check out the links and let us know if you're interested.
Yes. And on that note, I guess we should get going with recap.
Recap. Okay.
Yay.
From last time, I was really wanting to boom, in other words, finish my relationship with my karmic number 2, as I wasn't seeing a smooth transition out of that relationship appearing. It was becoming apparent that I was going to need to give it a little bit of help, a little encouragement for that relationship to end. Both Angie and I were doing a lot of vision and energy work to create the life that we wanted together. Though there were days we both felt frustrated and hopeless that the transition wouldn't happen at all, let alone smoothly. We were realizing that we still had lessons to learn from our karmic relationships that we were in. One of them being to speak up and speak our truth.
Yes, which is a big one for a lot of people, I know.
Finally, on February 2nd, 2015, I boomed my karmic relationship.
Ouch.
And yes, it ended very roughly. It wasn't a good moment. A week later, Angie and I went to Edmonton together. I was going to visit my parents, and I had her along, and yeah, we went to Edmonton together. Okay, we won't say a whole lot more about that, since we were both single, in a sense. We had one of our biggest TF moments through matching toothbrushes, of all things. And that absolutely affirmed to me that this twin flame connection was real. Yes, I brought along a travel toothbrush that I seldom took anywhere other than maybe camping in the woods once in a while. For some reason I brought it with me, and for another reason, we both had the identical toothbrush. And the night we came back from our weekend away in Edmonton, Angie's karmic confronted her, and Angie finally told the truth about her relationship with me. She was very scared, but also relieved to finally have things out in the open. Yes, she was being tracked by GPS over her cell phone by her karmic. Yep. And the story of the weekend did not add up to what the GPS was being shown on the other end.
Time for some truth telling. It was. That's why it's just better to tell the truth from the beginning and not tell a bunch of lies like I did. But, it's just the way the story goes.
Speaking of which, the story. I get to read first.
Yes, you do.
That's happened a lot lately.
I
think I was
know.
doing a lot of texting and not as much working or anything else. Okay. Starting from there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I said my karmic is searching for gaps in my behavior that took her from being with me and her, to just pulling the plug. No other options. Kind of feel like I'm under the microscope. Heaven help me if and when the truth comes out about us and goes across the lens of the microscope. I'm a bit scared. And I also, still me.
Oh, hang on. There's me first.
Oh, there's her
He's
first.
like so excited to read now. He's just ready to jump the gun. I'm like, I get a turn too. I said, yeah, no doubt you're scared about the truth coming out. On my end, it's not that bad, but on your end, it sure could be.
We have motorcycles.
Yes, we do. Very loud. And I'm sorry, I'm noticing too, we're all in the shade now. So, if you can't see our faces so well.
Hey, the lake is showing up better.
Okay, there you go.
The lake is showing up better. The lake is that way in our picture. It's that way out here. And yes, if I lean forward and point way back here, there's a road out there with motorcycles on it.
Which will hopefully be gone soon because they're quite loud. But anyway.
I'm going to let you read that bit again, just in case you got drowned out by the motorcycles.
Okay, I said, yeah, no doubt you're scared about the truth coming out. In other words, he had a bunch of lies that he was telling too. And I said, on my end, it's not that bad of a thing anymore, but on your end, it sure could be.
Interpretations of the truth as it could be seen by others. I'm not terribly sure if that's a lie, as long as it's justifiable. Yeah, okay, the truth can be described many ways. Just ask a lawyer. Yes, your situation is almost there. Mine is progressing. This is almost too fast to handle. As long as we are careful, all will be okay. We both need to hold our ground. We need sleep. That helps perspective. I can't think right now. Need coffee. There's a lot going on with us. Keep in touch, girl. Yes, we are almost there. Hug, Rob.
Aww. Rob and his lovely texts. And I said, even through all that's just happened, in other words, this whole thing of the boom with my karmic, I feel at peace and a strong sense of guidance, even as I shake, LOL. Hope that the feeling of peace stays. I love you, and while I feel a bit scared of the next unknowns, I feel incredibly excited for the end result of this, us together. Holy bleep, it's becoming real.
Bleep.
I bleep myself. I had no idea it would be like this, but I somehow felt us coming together physically would propel things forward. Didn't know it would be that same night, though. I asked for things to hurry up. Sure got my wish. Yeah, it's you now.
Angie used the word shake. We eventually, and you will hear this in the future, defined shakes. When you get nervous and scared and you're vibrating and you can't breathe right. We called it getting the shakes. We were such nervous wrecks.
Oh, we were a mess.
We were tired. We were scared. We didn't know what was going to happen, whether our karmics were going to come unglued on us. We were just absolutely nervous wrecks. And to have the shakes was a term between us.
Yep.
If something was going wrong,
I got the shakes.
Yeah, and so did I. Very, very scary.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Welcome to my world of uncertainty and shaking. We really need each other right now. Love, Rob.
Yeah, but somehow I have a peace about it. Like it will all fall into place. I still see us at the house. In other words, the house that I was currently living in. Again, I was being told and guided to put energy into it and that we would still be living there. And I was trying to believe that. So I said, I still see us at the house, but also accept it may not be so. It's of course my first choice, but ultimate goal is just to be with you. Wherever that ends up being, I'll be okay. I love you, my amazing TF.
Aw.
Aw.
I texted back, We really need to draw up a list of the ways this could all pan out. My plan for now? Keep packing.
Yes, because since you had broken up with your karmic, you were
Yep.
packing. You didn't
I,
know
I
if
had
you
to
were
pack.
moving or if she was moving. We didn't know who
Nope.
was moving where.
I was in the basement and I was needing to gather more of my stuff into the basement. We were splitting the house so far vertically. She had upstairs, I had downstairs, and the main floor was common ground, except we were trying really hard not to meet there. I was leaving for work real early in the morning before she would get up, and I was getting home really late at night after she had a chance to have supper and go upstairs and hide. We were trying our best not to cross paths while only being a few feet apart, as per se.
Not easy.
What a way to live.
So I said, yes, your plan is to keep packing. That's a good one. I believe you are moving no matter what. I will soon know enough if I am or not. Don't feel I am, but intuition is not always bang on. It's all good. If I'm moving too, so be it. It's interesting though, I can feel spirits guiding us and energy is calming me. It's only when my head gets in that I go, what the,
Yeah,
what the bleep? So I'm just staying centered and allowing myself to feel the calmness and know all is well. Look at how everything has played out so far. It's amazing, and it will continue to be that way. We are meant to be together, and we have help getting us together, and we will be together. So isn't that interesting? When we get our head involved, that's when things fall apart, right? If we stay centered, things flow. It's just to stay there.
I responded, someday we will reminisce about these days. Right now, though, they are nearly terrifying.
Yeah, they were.
Would love to meet, grab our passports, run off to Mexico. Maybe not Mexico, but you know what I mean. LOL. Like, just get away from it all. Just run away.
Yep. Just escape. And I said, pardon my language, but bleep. This is amazing. Everything I've read about TFs getting together says miracles will happen. Well, holy bleep, they are happening. For Regan to be so calm, so about facts only, no reacting, no anger, no blame, no questioning, no attacking, only moving forward. Holy bleeping wow, this is miraculous. My Reiki lady said that angels were talking to him. She was right.
My karmic and I discussed, casually, the concept of me moving out. Lots of details to continue discussing, but I think the sooner I'm out of here, the better.
So much to think about, but yeah, when I stay calm and trusting of the process, I feel it's less thinking and more trusting of the flow and allowing. We are being guided and helped, and we will continue to be. It's overwhelming, that's for sure. But if we just take one step at a time like we've been doing, it will continue to fall into place. Don't force and don't fight. Just trust the flow and allow. All will flow. Gotta keep trusting. Because home for us is the last step. We've already witnessed 3 amazing things. You believing that we're TFs and coming back into my life. Your karmic letting go as easily as she had, and my karmic letting go as easily as he has. So if all that will come together in the span of exactly 3 months today, and that meant 3 months from when I told Rob that we were twin flames, the last piece of the puzzle will come together just as smooth. So I was not only saying this to help him, stay calm, but I was telling myself this too, right? Just like, stay calm, it's all good.
So yeah, 3 months from when she told me would be February 11th. So we're already dealing with over a week and a half from my boom and just a few days after yours. See, now we're calling it a boom and everybody knows what we're talking about now. Okay. We are being rewarded for making hard decisions and for keeping the faith. We will be together sooner than we believe possible. I got to get ready to go at a moment's notice. We are moving along at best case speed. I'm dead tired and getting signs of being sick. I'm going to pack it in for now and spend my night sleeping and absorbing all these miracles as per your text. Good night, my TF love.
Okay. So now this is February 10th, next morning, and I said, good morning, love. I hope you slept well and feel better. I sure slept great. Been awake for about an hour and a half, manifesting the next step. Moving. Regan moving, that is. It's worth a try after all the energy I was guided to put into this house for many months now, and guided to see you here and spread our combined love and energy. So I shall continue. I've been seeing us here, seeing you in your vehicle backed into the garage, me helping you unload stuff, feeling the heaviness and coldness of your weights as I unpack them and walk them straight down to the workout room. Now, the reason I'm reading this is so you can understand this is how I manifest. I make it as real as possible, like it's like I'm living it right now. Because the universe doesn't understand the difference between our imagination and what we're actually living. All it knows is what we see, feel, think about, say, do.
Project.
It draws to us. So I was creating it like I was living it. So then I added us rearranging the living room furniture upstairs so the couch is in place to look out the front window and enjoy the view. It's like that now.
We did that.
We did that. Seeing us in the kitchen together, unpacking groceries, seeing us snuggled on the couch, enjoying the view, falling asleep in each other's arms, seeing us leaving for work and walking to the movie theater and restaurants that are so close, seeing us loving our life and feeling totally at home because of our energy, and our energy is already here. It's our house, and until I'm told and shown otherwise, I will continue to see it, feel it, believe it, and live it. So I'm like, I am manifesting big time.
My thought is leaning towards having you win your/our house tug of war, and that I would love to join you when I can. That was in your dreams. Yes. Now I have to just, on the side, minor tangent here, just let everybody know that at this point, I was still thinking that I was going to leave the house that I was in, go live someplace else, maybe with a group of guys that I just met from work that had a basement room available in the house they were in. I figured I was going to move in with them for 6 months or however long, and maybe late summer, fall, Angie and I would have a chance to get together at that time. That was my plan. I figured that, having some time away from the other relationship, my karmic relationship, would give me a chance to calm down and move out of that relationship like the experts say you're supposed to do.
Yeah, the experts.
The experts, yes. Not necessarily the spiritual experts, but the sociological experts.
So in response to your text.
My sext?
Your text.
I don't think we were doing that then.
No, we weren't.
Maybe later.
Everybody. No, I'm going to blush. I've learned over the years you don't always get what you manifest, but it always works out as it's supposed to, no matter what. The positive energy put in works through things the best. I've been manifesting us here long before we were even us, so all that positive energy will make things flow. If not in the direction we want and hope for, still it will make things go smooth. Until I'm told and guided otherwise, I will continue to see what I desire and what I've asked for months. All has and is continuing to work out for not only our best, but all involved. For many, many months I have been manifesting and asked that our other people land on their feet and are happy with their transitions too. What is the best for all of us will be so.
Oh. Wow, girl, look at you go on a good night's sleep. I did well too. I have just one major vision. I pull up to the garage door, It's already open. I pull in, stop, the door closes, and the first small boxes come out of my vehicle. The next time is having to park outside and haul them in, as they would likely be bigger. LOL. There would be prep trips, moving the sectional upstairs, prepping any leftovers from the office to the weight room transition, etc., etc. I dream of this constantly. I dream. Love you, girl. Feeling very connected to the thought of us. We both want us bad enough to endure anything. Love you. Mwah. Smiley faces.
So true. We wanted us to endure anything.
We did.
And it's about to be proven. I love you, my wonderful one. We are so close, and our last miracle to togetherness is on its way. We have to believe that our transition to moving in together will go smooth, easy, and perfect. I believe and will continue to believe. How can I not, after all I've experienced so far with these miracles? The more we focus on being together, the faster it will draw together.
I love our house. I wasn't even there yet. I love our house. I will manifest us there too. Never stop doing this, actually. I love you and us so much.
So we're both putting our energy into that house. I feel deeply compassionate for both of our karmics. This must be very confusing for them. We understand what's going on, and it's still hard for us. Can you imagine how hard it must be for them not understanding why the relationship is over? They know and remember on a soul level, which is why they're letting go so easily, but still, the conscious brain is trying to make sense of it all. I send them both so much love for their next steps of their journey. Okay, so then I just wrote a little note and I said the energy shifts now. So now what I text is going to be very different. I said, so this is interesting. The battle has begun over the house. Regan said it'll get ugly if it has to, because he's not moving. Even though the house is in my name, LOL. I'm ready for miracle number 4. Funny, today I literally kept seeing the word miracle. Okay, I'm ready. So I just wrote on the sidelines, there's a lot of drama and challenges that went on, and we won't get into all of that because it's just a bunch of drama. But my karmic and I had huge fights, and he very much made it clear that he would take me to court if I wasn't willing to give up the house. So I had decided I was going to surrender it, because even though it was in my name, even though it was my money that went into buying the house, I'm not a fighter. I'm a surrenderer. I am not one that's going to battle with people over especially something like a house. It's a house. Who cares?
Well, I was in a very different frame of mind than the battles that Angie was
Yes.
going through. I was being very calm and soulful. I was saying, I have a wedding vows-like speech for you that cannot be rehearsed. The summary is that I hope to be the best man I can be in regards to helping us communicate through the rough patches with respect and love. I never want to fight with you. I may not ever do that either. I can't imagine it either. Hurts to think about. We are so precious. If we ever quarrel, know that I want it done fast and that I will never love you less. A hug afterwards will always be available. I never want to put you through what Regan has put you through. I'm almost crying knowing that you are hurting. I wish I could take you away from it all, but we both have our own battles to go through. More later. Then my more later was, our battles are fought to earn the freedom to be together. We are fighting with heavy costs. I respect your journey and will never forget what you have gone through to be with me. Can't type. Crying. One moment, please. My next text after I pulled myself together a bit, I said, if we ever get married, I can imagine my wedding vows would be similar to the previous statements. Just practicing, but I mean it all so seriously. I'm so emotional tonight. I just want all of this to be over and to be able to hold you and share the last decades of my life with you. I love you so much. Can't stop crying, but at least I can see to type again. Catch you in a while, my love. Take care. More trains to pack. I had a massive HO scale train set all set up through the entire basement. Over 250 feet of track, 12 engines, roughly 100 railway cars, 33 switches. And now I was to the point where I was tearing all that not quite 2,000, but over 1,000 hours worth of work apart, lifting the track, tearing down the styrofoam back sceneries, taking down the buildings, putting all that into boxes, throwing away the wood that supported it all. I was tearing apart my train set, my beloved train set.
So this is just to give you an idea of the challenges that you can still go through on your way to union. Some people say, you know, the way to union is all bliss. Well, for some maybe,
No,
not
not
for us, and not for anybody actually that we know that's in union. It hasn't been easy.
there is rough patches where
Yeah.
you literally agree to just walk away from things that you've loved or have
Yeah.
done and just take up an entire new life. Some people have to blow their lives up that much. Others don't necessarily have to. Uh,
For us, we did.
whatever path works the best would be a recommendation. Doesn't have to be necessarily the easiest, but effectiveness is important.
Yeah.
You don't want the process to stall. When you make those first steps, make them work.
So in response to all your beautiful texts, I said, your words are so beautiful and touching. I'm going to have to read them again when I'm calm. Or maybe they'll be used to calm me. Oh my God, I got the shakes, the worst I've had them so far. I can feel the deception floating through the house. You know, I may be wise to just let him buy me out and just get out, because I don't know if I can take much more of this. I keep being told to have faith and trust, though. Oh my God. Now I've read your text again and you have me crying. Oh, my love, I need you. I want you. I'm trying so hard to be strong at the moment, but it's just so hard. This is what I was afraid of. The games, the manipulation, the tactics. I have no interest to play. I just want out. I may just surrender and get the hell out with my sanity. Please, my love, pray, meditate, and send us positive energy. Whatever. Just let's do what we have to do to hurry up and get through this, okay? In other words, it was really rough with my karma. It got ugly.
Unbelievable. Some people have a way of speaking that reaches into your heart and soul and just rips through like knives. And Regan is one of those people that has that gift. I had experienced, well, maybe I hadn't, no, I had not yet experienced. But
You're gonna.
I've seen it, and it is just, it's amazing how it works. And it hurts.
Yeah. So now after meditation, I had come to some realizations and pulled myself out of fear, which again was my learning in all of this, right? So I said, I got to remember that this is my karma. I'm not a victim. I attracted this and I created it. So I need to face it and move on. I can do it. I can do it. So again, I was remembering the spiritual side of things, that there are no victims and there are no villains. So Regan is a soul, and him and I agreed to play this out, and he was just playing his part. I said, I have to believe. This is my test. Not fighting Regan is what I need to learn. I can't fight him. He's too darn good at his craft, and the only way is to listen and follow the guidance of my spirit. I have to dig deep and find it in me to not only trust spirit, but to find compassion for Regan. Remember, you get what you give. He's in fear, so he puts out anger. I understand how energy and thought work, though. So to fight anger with anger will only create more anger. Love is the answer. Not backing down, not cowering, that's not love, but compassion, understanding, and patience. Remember who he really is. He's a soul. He's a wonderful soul friend who agreed to help me on this journey, and I need to connect with that part of him. His ego is strong, and it will fight. His soul is wise, though, and he will hear me. I need to focus on what I do want and not what I don't want. Again, manifesting, right? Our thoughts truly create a reality. So I had to remind myself this. Get out of the fear. So I said, I need to focus on the real spirit that currently is in the house. And that's house that human Regan. I need to send love and compassion and peace, not more anger. Okay, I got it. Took me all night to work through the fear, but I got it. So it was a lot of really having to meditate, remember the bigger meaning in all of this, and really stay focused. It was a lot of work, but I was happy that I was finally getting to that place again, getting out of the fear.
Both of our karmics are very good, very wise spiritual people, but we had just wounded them, and their ego wounded animal sides were not necessarily all that pleasant.
Nope.
And
They were in fight or flight.
they were. Well,
Yeah.
no, they a little bit more fight. Not a lot of flight.
No, not a lot of flight.
Not a lot of flight. A lot of fight.
Paper, I keep feeling bugs all over me.
There probably is bugs all over us. We're on a little buggy plateau, probably. Okay. As per normal, you find a more compassionate way, my love. Good luck, girl. I'm behind you all the way.
Am I reading all of it? I guess so. Thank you. I'm going to go meditate now and work on what I'm supposed to. My purpose on this earth is to love and to heal through love. Might sound airy-fairy, but it's true. Best results come from love, not hate, not anger, and not manipulation. The energy used to create a problem can't be the energy used to solve it. You don't solve war with more war. Love, compassion, and patience are the answer. Regan is a hurt little child in a powerful adult body. That child needs love, and I can do that. I'm on it. It's not about the house for me. If he wants the house that bad, fine, have it. But it's in fairness. We'll work it out. Thank you, my love. I love you. So, again, just for your own sake, if you're struggling with a karmic, if you can, it's easy to work through things with love rather than getting into the headstrong battles, because it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't serve anybody.
I responded back, I totally support your plans and the way that you have made your approach with Regan. I will stand behind you all the way, girl. Know that I am here for you. I trust your judgment. I love you, my TF.
So, despite all the stress we're in, we can at least share some love. And I said, thank you. I love you too. I got it this morning. Love is the key. Regan is deeply hurt all the way back from childhood. So he's learned to fight his way through the world. My job is learning to love him. So I poured love into him in my meditation. Then I was also guided to pour love into the house, room by room. Once again, it'll all work out. Thank you for your support. Let me fold that properly.
A small book. Someday our TF energy will be free to flow together and with a positive purpose. For now, we need to support each other, and that means while our world strains are around us, we can still build us. I was very happy to help tonight. That's what I'm here for.
Aww.
You helped me last week. Thank you. I have so much faith in us. We both care. We both need. We both are nurturing people. And we both have a voice to be heard. We are both leaving suppressive relationships. We both have had the courage to leave where we are and choose each other. I will always be amazed at your courage to not only reconnect us, but to risk everything to choose us. We are on the final stages to leaving our pasts and starting our futures. Our time is near. Love always, your Rob, moi.
I love that. You're Rob. And I said, I love you, my Rob.
Love you too, my girl. LOL.
That was so sweet. You're Rob.
I think it's me.
Yes. So this is now February 13th at 6:35?
6:35 a.m. I'm guessing I'm at work. I am really doing good this morning. All this week I have been in a very stable, mature, but still bubbly mood over our future. I'm settling in very nicely with our love. I'm very excited and very focused in giving us the most options on where, when, and how getting us into living together. Last weekend did not hurt as bad as expected, but it still gave me a huge missing you factor. During this week, it did, however, confirm that I absolutely am doing the right thing in loving you and having you in my life for the rest of my life. We are going to be awesome. I love you, my precious TF.
Aww.
I am so blessed. We are soon to be together, and I could want no more. Another moi. I was
So,
into my big kisses then. Still am.
yes. And I said, your words are so touching and so full of love. Makes me just so very excited for the next steps of our togetherness, which are very, very close. I look so forward to sharing and building a life with you. It will be full of love and joy and peace and happiness. I remind myself that we created this. We have an amazing life ahead of us, and with each progressing day, I feel more and more excited as I feel more and more connected to you and the bond of love that binds us so tightly and so deeply. Thank you for remembering us, for believing in us and who we are. And thank you most importantly for accepting and choosing us and our TF bond. We are very, very special, and I cherish us until the end of time. I treasure you, my love, my joy, my forever TF.
Aww.
Aww. Now, it's all like romance right now, but just hang on in a minute. I'm gonna go all to hell.
Thank you for your words. Very touching. We have just stated our love for each other in ways that are more heartfelt than some wedding vows I have heard. Thank you, my love. You are wonderful.
So this was first thing in the morning on February 13th, which was a Friday. And I remember that day very clearly because I was going to the ballet with one of my friends that night. So now this is the same day at 11:16 p.m. And I text Rob with a very different energy. I said, please, if you get this text or voicemail, contact me. Regan is really, really scaring me. I'm not even home yet, but he's calling and texting and sounds drunk or high or something. I hope he didn't contact you or do something strange to you. Things just feel really, really wrong. Now, just to clarify, Regan has never had alcohol, never done drugs, didn't smoke, none of that. So just the way he was behaving, like as I say, I was at the ballet with my friend, and the texts that were coming through, it wasn't even making sense. It was all gibberish. He would leave voicemails and just be like, please come home, Spirit wants to talk to you, and just weird things. I was freaked right out. I was in terror. So that's why I said it sounded like he was drunk or high. Just to be clear, he was not at all that
He
kind
was
of a
completely
person.
out of sorts.
Out of character, too.
Yeah.
Just didn't make any sense. So I said also, what's really strange is your soul told me earlier this afternoon that Regan was about to blow up his life. I asked why Soul You was even talking to me again because I hadn't heard from you telepathically since we've been us. You said you were just wanting to warn me that everything would be okay, but you wanted me to be prepared. Holy bleep, I feel so scared. I can't go home, but I don't know what to do. So interesting that I remember I was leaving the house to go to the ballet, and I remember I was just walking down the steps to go out to the garage when you telepathically told me that. And it was just like, what? I haven't even heard from you telepathically in months. Like, why now? What? So I was like not even really understanding it or believing it, but it was real. It was real. I have the shakes just as we're like talking about this.
Remembering some of this stuff is scary, almost like it's back to being
I'm not
into our...
shaking from cold. I'm shaking from scary times.
I think I just grabbed my phone and had a quick look because I said, I have not read your text in detail, but you seem panicked. All 100% okay on my end. I will drive for a bit. I was out driving around. I will talk and drive if you have to call. Love you.
So I think I just wrote some notes. We won't get into all the details. Rob ended up coming to meet me in the kind of shopping area of where I live,
Yeah,
like the shopping area right close by.
I met her in the parking lot. She let me read a couple of the texts. She played one of the voicemails, and he sounded like he was right out of it.
Yeah.
We're right off some deep end. I barely could even recognize his voice.
Yeah. So you had to go home because you had to work the next day.
But we still, yeah.
So I just drove for hours because I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to go home. And finally, I think at 2 a.m, I checked into a hotel because I was just too terrified to go home. So then we continue in the next pack.
We're changing packs of paper.
So now this is the very next morning at, I think it says 9:14. I said, I just got off. Now this is February 14th of 2015, Valentine's Day. I just got off a 41-minute call with Regan. I wasn't going to answer the phone, but I was told to by Spirit. This is weird. He says it was like he was possessed almost, that all his anger and hurt from childhood came out, and he was so grateful for all the love that I had sent him. He said he could feel the love, and it helped him get the anger out and fear that was still held within him. I explained that he wasn't coherent or making any sense and that I was scared. He wants to talk in person, as he's gotten so much information channeled last night about he and I and how we need to end things the way we started them. So it was like, what? Like, I was just in complete shock. First of all, that he could feel the love that I was sending him. Like, he was telling me, thank you for what you've done for me. And I'm like, how do you know? Now, what's really cool that I wanted to just add is synchronistically, we just posted, I think a week ago, a question and answer video, and somebody had asked on a previous one, had either of us ever done a QHT session? I think that's what a QHHT, quantum healing hypnosis. And I ended up doing one and mentioned it in our last question and answer video. I've barely been able to read or watch the whole thing because we've just been so busy with work and stuff. But I just watched some of it yesterday, and in it, profound stuff. I will maybe post it for you guys. But one of the things that came through is how our mission is all about love and bringing love from other planets, and the knowledge of love from other planets to this planet, and how healing and powerful it is. Well, holy crap, it's like it worked. I mean, the love that I was sending this man, he got, and it literally transformed him. It was incredible.
And he had no idea that this was happening.
No, but yet when he had this experience that night, it just awakened him in a whole different way. Who knew that sending love could be so powerful? So you got yourself there, yeah.
I said, you really sound okay. Big hug, girl. Glad I got to see you this morning. I actually saw her very briefly on my way to work.
Yes.
The morning that she'd stayed overnight in the hotel. Just checked in on her to make sure that she was going to be okay. But she had a plan and had actually slept.
I barely slept.
Sleep is important for her.
Yeah, us highly sensitive people need lots of sleep. It's critical. Is that it? Yeah. Okay.
That was there. You're here.
Last night, in order to sleep, I had to write "I'm safe" in my journal over and over. Even if it's weird, can you tell me I'm safe today, now and throughout the day? Seeing it and feeling it helps me believe it. I can't move forward until I face these old fears and demons. But I need to feel safe in order to do so, which is why you're with me. I feel so safe with you. Thank you for all that you do. Oh, I was so grateful for everything that you were helping me with. I mean, seriously, he's having to go through all this with my karmic partner with me? Like, I felt so bad, but he was just so kind and loving through it all.
I said you are very safe with me anytime. I will send safe energy anytime I can think of it. Your life has filled you with uneasy confidence because of those experiences. Your confidence is stronger now, but the positive experiences have yet to replace some of the more negative experiences. You are a diamond in the rough. It is time to finish the path of constant negative and start the path of positive growth. Creator and myself have chosen to wait for you. We love you and wish to let you grow in a more positive environment, a safe environment. We will grow with you. You are safe, and you can recognize when you are not. I am here for you. Be safe, my love. Hug. More energy to follow.
What beautiful messages. And this again just goes to prove how sending energy is powerful, especially as twin flames, divine partners, light workers that we are. We have abilities to do this. So what I had said is, oh, thank you. The gratitude I feel for you is immense. I will read your words throughout the day. Amazing thing, though, is I feel this second your energy, and I already feel a huge wave of peace and calm watching over me. Thank you, thank you. I so love you. So again, just like Regan could feel the energy I was sending him, I could feel the energy he was sending me. So we may not know or believe at the time that, sending love really works, but we're here to tell you from personal experience it works. And when I write, I often will write, either in private messages to you guys or like on our Facebook page or our YouTube, that I'm sending you love. And I genuinely, as I'm writing that, I can see it like coming out of my heart and going to you because I know it works. So I'm genuinely like giving you some love. Hopefully you feel it. So I said, well, talking about things coming full circle, I got to do with Regan what you did for me 17 years ago. You helped me heal so much from the sexual abuse by nurturing the broken little girl in me, which I'm still so very grateful for. Now I get to do that same very thing for Regan. He's so broken and vulnerable and raw right now. He keeps thanking me for being here to help him because he knows that I know him best and am able to help him with the love that I have. It was good for me to be with him because it let me know how truly done I am. Not because of fear or anger or fed upness. It's just our time to be done. Our work together is over, and now I feel it, and even he feels it. So he had like this huge transformation, just this amazing awakening happened for him. And it was incredible, the timing. Again, it was February 14th, Valentine's Day. We spent the day in total love with each other. We held each other's hands, we loved together, we cried together, and we thanked each other for our journey together and said goodbye in, an honest, human, and soulful way. It was really, really beautiful. And on Valentine's Day, no less.
I said, it's only been 1 week since our amazing restart to our full relationship. It feels like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We are jamming so much into our lives. How did we get so stressed at our old workplaces but are surviving nicely at this unspeakable pace? Full of questions tonight I am. There's my Yoda side.
We love Yoda.
Is it the power of love or TF energy that we are feeling? I had some learning to do too.
Yeah, last Saturday does feel like weeks ago, doesn't it? What a week it's been. Holy. I don't even know how we continue to survive and even thrive.
All this has only been basically a week.
Yeah, from when my karmic partner found out, and then we're fighting over the house, and I'm ready to surrender it, and then I'm sending him love, and then he has this weird awakening kind of thing happen, and now
and all I'm doing is tearing apart train sets and moving down into a basement and trying to send positive energy and manifest a house and still keep working and leaving at early hours and coming home late at night. Yeah, no, there's nothing complicated going on.
No, not at all. So I said, it's amazing, isn't it? Miracles abound. What I think will be neat is when we are together and we look back on all of this from the start of November 9th to the finish of living together. We'll shake our heads at how quick it all was and how many amazing twists and turns there really were to getting us together. I miss you.
Aww. I miss you too, girl. Soon enough we will be together all the time. We'll have to write a joint diary, like a short novel. The death and birth of our relationships.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we were already recognizing that this was almost like a book. We just couldn't believe what was going on day to day, week to week.
Yeah. So now this is February 15th of 2015 at 8:30 in the morning that I'm texting this. And I said, oh my God, so much to tell you. I love us. I picked up my phone this morning to move it just as your good morning text came in. Couldn't reply though because Regan was here in my bed. Now, nothing happened, just to be clear. We've been talking and healing for 4 hours. Miracle number 4 has blossomed into many branched miracles. Regan really did go through an exorcism of sorts. He's been very weepy and thanking me for providing a safe place for him to heal. He's apologized for being so mean and angry. He's recognizing his patterns and realizing all the others that he's hurt and needs to make amends with. Wow! Miraculous transformation. He has total peace knowing that he and I are done, not because of anger or fear or wrongdoings, just because our soul work is done. He's given me his blessing for me and us, and feeling very happy and accepting of us. Miracles, I tell you, miracles. We both know that we are sharing a special bond that will always be, and that we will always be friends. I'm most happy to say, though, that I come to you as a strong, confident, and healed woman now, not the broken and scared person I was yesterday. I was saddened for our relationship because it wasn't fair of me to come to you broken. It's not your responsibility to repair the damage of my relationship. So I was realizing, much like I was 17 years ago when we were together, I was such a damaged person. And now I'm like, no, I can't come to you that way because I need to heal myself. It's not fair for you to have to do that work. That's my job. Oh, no, it's me again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a you spot.
So after Regan and I had talked and just worked so much out, we each went to meditate in separate rooms. And I was still being told, don't give up on the house. It will be yours. And I'm still going, how? Like, even though we're not fighting anymore, he wants the house. And at this point, I'm like, now that we're in peace, I will gladly give him the house, right? Fine, have it. So he also meditated and was transformed even more. So I text Rob, miracle number 5 just happened. We need to talk today. I'm like, oh my God. My head is spinning, in a good way though. But oh my God, 180-degree turn. But all is totally as I was told. Miracles would happen for us to be together. No bleeping kidding. Oh my God, I hope we get to connect today because I really need to talk to you. This might all blow your mind. Holy friggin' wow. I was just blowing my own mind. I love you, my amazing TF. Get ready because our life is about to start. So some major transformations had happened. In the last 24 hours, I've had so much affirmation of our purpose as TFs, to help the world with the power of our love. I have now witnessed twice how sending intentional love to another can help transform a person. Remember how at the beginning of the week I said Regan doesn't need my anger, he needs my love? He's just a hurting little boy acting out? It's that love and that talking to his soul and telling him to remember that he agreed to this, to letting me go be with you. And he got it. He really heard me. Holy wow. This love stuff really is powerful, and we've only begun. Wait till we're a full united force. I really get it now. Our purpose, I get it. TFs all around the globe are going to help transform our world with the power of our love. And we are. That's what's so exciting. So, Rob and I met and talked, so of course we don't have the text to explain it. But basically what had happened is Regan and I, before we had this moment of like him coming to my bed and us just really like sharing love, we had agreed that he was buying the house. We had agreed on a price and all of that. And then after this, I went to meditate and was told, don't give up on the house. He went to meditate and he was told, Angie needs to keep the house. You have to give the house to her. I kid you not. I mean, you can't make this crazy stuff up. So he comes to me and he says, he's bawling at this point, and he says to me, you have to keep the house. I was told you have to have it. And I'm just like, I was just told in a meditation that I wasn't supposed to give up. So holy crap. So this is why I had to meet Rob. Miracle number 5 had just happened for us. The house was, he was giving us the house. I mean, he was not giving it, obviously. He was surrendering it. I had to buy him out.
Yeah, he was giving you the house.
Yes, me. But he also was like very much aware that our connection was important at that state in where he was in his awareness. He was just in this huge state of deep in his soul and remembering the truth of who he was, remembering the path. It was truly incredible. So after we met, that's what you texted me.
I said, I love you too. Dismantling trains. Ugh. We had a great walk and talk. I love us.
I said, yes, I love us too. And now having compassion for what you've been going through and put yourself through all this time with me. No, let me read that again. Now having compassion for you that I've had time to put myself in your shoes, this has been a really tough week for you with all the Regan stuff. You've been wonderfully supportive through it all, and I really appreciate your genuine kindness, giving, and caring. We are building us stronger through this process.
Thank you too. This has not been easy, no doubt. But this has not been, oh my God, hard either. I wondered if you would be able to process this from my point of view. Thank you again for your compassion to my view of the events. In regards to Regan, I said, you two have had the tougher, more exhausting weekend. I truly appreciate how resilient we are. I hope this isn't constantly like this for the next 30 years.
Oh, no kidding.
As TFs, we may be helping others a lot. It would be interesting in coaching new TFs once we get better at this ourselves. Love, Rob.
You text that in like 2015.
I texted this way back in 2015. I saw us getting together and helping others who were also on this path. Okay, we're here. Hi.
Who knew? We had no idea.
I was starting to get these visions way back then.
Yes, you were. Yes.
I guess that's maybe why going to Chicago especially, and then Boston right after, was blowing me away, because it put me completely on this journey. And my envisionment started with expressing it during this text. There was the start of me being here right now.
Wow. I said, yes, we are resilient, and we are going to be amazing and awesome together because of our resilience and strength and deep bond and love and friendship. I'm ready for us. I'm really ready. I so love you, my ever special TF. We're going to be great together.
Ah.
Yeah, it's another text.
Good night, my wife, my love, my girl. I totally love all 3 tags. You're close and you're understanding like a wife. You touch my heart and soul with love. And you're pretty and energetic and the vibrant girl that you are.
Aww.
I am so blessed. Good night, my TF. Catch you tomorrow.
That deserves a kiss. That was so nice. Now you see why he calls me girl. Some people, not anybody that's commented, but I know there are people that like are offended, like, I'm a woman, don't call me a girl. But I find it very flattering because I'm young and beautiful. Aww. Oh, it's you again.
Me again?
Yep.
Oh, no.
You wrote lots of books. That's good because I got to adjust.
Oh, time to move legs.
Yeah,
Yep.
legs are falling asleep.
Yep. Find the asleep bits and move them to a spot where they can get blood flow again.
Yeah. Here, we're going to go this way.
Oh, okay. I'll move that leg.
Now I've got to adjust everything.
I'm feeling quite occupied this morning about keeping all this moving and where I'm living story all straight with the world. One significant crack in the story, and it will become evident that I was not being totally upfront on when I met you again, etc., etc. Like everything else, though, time and effort and divine has helped out. I guess everything still hinges on Regan's moving plans. You know, I was starting to look at the world around me and starting to think, you know, nobody really understands what Angie and I were going through and why we were starting to bring ourselves together. And I started to look at things from, let's say, my parents' point of view and my friends' point of view. And I was starting to think, wait a minute, they might not see this as being anything innocent. They might see a bunch of sinister actions in all this, as much as we weren't trying to. I was starting to be concerned of how my outside world would see this.
Yeah.
I love the people in my life. I've got some fantastic friends, and some of them might not like this because my karmic and I were very much involved in the same social group of friends. We had very few friends outside of our social group. So we really had a lot of people in common, and I started looking at things from the point of view that I was really looking like, I guess I'd say, a bad guy, and there was no explaining all of this bond and TFness to them in a way that they would understand.
As you guys know.
I was starting to become scared about the rest of my personal life.
Yeah, like trying to explain this bond to people that aren't on the path. I know so many of you have said to me, like, how do you explain it to people? I'm like, I don't, because if you're not on this path, you can't get it. Even when we're on this path, it's hard for us to grasp sometimes, right? So trying to tell somebody who's not living this, good luck.
It's hard to grasp it. This is why people do workshops.
You're funny.
Continue.
I said I can't seem to stop the shakes. Here come the shakes
Here come the shakes again.
Minor shakes, but they're still there. Just the body's reaction to the aftermath of all this. In other words, I mean, my head was still spinning. Like, what the heck's going on? So much had just transformed and transpired in such a short amount of time.
With all that you've gone through in the past 4 days, you are doing quite well. Yes.
Just getting flashes of all the different messages and guidance that I've been given to keep going through this whole process. Reminds me of the billboard sign that I saw not long ago that said, "Settle for everything." Well, I've done it. It was funny. I actually remember where I saw that sign. It was at Heritage in McLeod.
Yeah.
Not that that makes anything to
That's
you
two
guys.
streets in our city.
But it was so funny because it was at the time when Spirit kept telling me, put energy into the house. You're meant to stay there, but you have to do the work. In other words, we're guided that, yes, something can be part of our path, but it may not happen if we don't do the work because we're co-creators, right? So Spirit was telling me, it's important for you to stay in that house, but put your energy in it, do the work. And I was just like, oh, he's telling me he wants it, and I don't see how this is ever going to happen, and I can't battle his power. And then I saw this big billboard sign that said, "Settle for everything," and I just thought it was hilarious. Well, it was what I needed to hear.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm in moving process.
You're in moving mode, yeah.
Truck empty of garbage. Refilling the empty boxes from work for packing. Gonna put in some heavy time at home tonight. Final round of train destruction. Reload truck with stuff. Not sure what stuff yet. Maybe garbage again. Probably not going to see you tonight, but I will text for sure and phone maybe around bedtime. Anyways, I miss you. Hope your day is going well too. Also hope you get a few more drama-free days. You need a break. Love you. Focus on the future. Enjoy the best of the present. Rob.
Drama-free days. Yeah. Well, no. So what had happened? What you looking for?
Looking for our water.
Oh, it's being used for the wind, but you can take it because it's not windy anymore.
Oh yeah, it's way over. It's just way over there. Found it.
So what happens with any of us that go through a soul transformation? We don't just stay awakened. Awakening doesn't just happen, poof, and then you're awake, right? You awaken and then you kind of slide back a bit because awakening's a process. So what happened for Regan is he had those few days, a weekend basically, of awakening. And then afterwards, he started coming back into his ego and going, what just happened? And what? I gave up the house? What? So things got ugly again. And it was very challenging. There was just so many battles. And I had to do constant work to stay grounded, stay centered, stay in love rather than fear. Because when he would get angry, I would cower. And it was part of my lesson. Once again, stop cowering, stop being afraid of the fear, and stop living in fear. So that's why Rob was saying, hope you get some more drama-free days, because there was a lot of drama still.
Packing going dangerously well. With a Sunday's effort, I could be ready for March 1st if need be.
Now it's going to come up why March 1st.
Yeah, there was something's going on here.
Yes.
My 6-month plan is falling apart because
I said, wow, totally awesome. So let's manifest. Regan finding his own place by March 1. Remember how I kept getting March 1 in my meditations. Could still be possible. Yay. So I get being told March. And this was months I was told this. And I was thinking, no, there's no way March is possible. How? Bro, I only told Rob November 9th that we're twin flames and just months later we're going to be moving in together. I did not see how it was possible.
I still didn't really see it either. I was still on the other path of the 6-month plan with the guys.
Yeah. So I thought maybe, with spirit, you never know quite what the message means because it doesn't always mean what we think it means in our human mind. So I thought maybe it meant we're marching forward, right? We're progressing forward. And I said, oh my God, I'm getting so excited. This is real. Yay! Oh, here.
Angie gets excited. I don't know if you've
You
ever seen that.
No, I don't get excited. No.
Yeah.
Just give me sparkles. No, you wrote me a whole book.
Wow.
Love notes, lots of love notes. There's love in between all the drama.
I was very serious during our talk in the truck last night. I have never forgot during our 17 years off. I have often remembered that we just had bad timing and maybe maturity issues, of both of us possibly, in our way. My dream to have you in my life as my significant other or more did not really start until our text flurry in late last October. It was then that I realized that I wanted you. I had no idea how you did that, but once you started with the TF lessons, then I admitted that I still loved you, and you started talking about us being available soon, and then I realized that we did have a shot at each other again. When you called me a dream come true, I started down the path of dreaming myself. It felt very good, very, very good, and I felt my love come back, cautiously at first. As my love opened up, I silently committed to myself that I would not stop trying to make you a dream, and now adopted our dream as a dream come true. I do not know where the courage to create us came from, but I have committed to creating our own dream come true. My speech in the truck tonight was my testament to what I was always honoring with our dream and our chance that is soon to become our reality. Our gift of each other is something I will always cherish. How often do people get a second chance at a lost love from years ago? Not often, I think. In true TF style, we have come back together. A miracle to be honored for the rest of our lives. I love you, my miracle, my love. I easily think of you as my wife. No other has created that genuine feeling in me for over 2 decades. Thank you, my wife. Moi. I could not foresee a time where I would be bored with us. We are both very energetic individuals who are interested in learning and creating and testing our theories and our energies that are boundless. No time or desire for boredom. If I ever slow down enough, I would like to start reading books again, even if it is only 2 or 3 a year. Once I was talking to a gentleman that mentioned that I was training for a marathon, and he said, "Congratulations, but what are you running from?"
Aha!
He may have been right, and I felt it to be true. I was running from my karmic and those lessons once they started to come true. That conversation happened in 2007. If I take up running again, don't worry. I'll just be training so I can keep up to us. LOL.
Oh, funny. I said, oh my God, so glad I keep our texts because these ones are total keepers. I feel your love. Yes, you are my miracle too. That's for darn sure. Months ago, watching the TF videos, the lady said miracles will happen if you need to get together. She wasn't friggin' kidding. And people aren't, right? We're meant to be together. That's my belief, not everybody's. That is my belief, though. If you are incarnated with your twin flame on this planet, you have done so with the intention of union, in my belief. So I said, oh my God, not just one, but many miracles. You, though, you are the biggest and best miracle of all. I thought you'd be the last miracle, not the first. Thank God you were the first, though, because it's you that's given me the vision to keep going through all of these challenges. The thought of life with you is what gives me hope and faith to make it through the hard days. Still, on days like today, I shake my head in disbelief that this is all real, that you, my dream come true, are real. What's it going to be like when we move in and it's really real? Will I sleep or just lie awake and look at you in amazement all night? Well, yes, my husband, I too have never thought of anyone as my husband and love the way I think of you. Only once before have I felt this committed to truly feeling connected to someone as my husband. You, 17 years ago, only a month into our relationship. I already felt like you were my forever partner and love. It just wasn't fully ready until now. I love you, I want you, and I look so forward to living the rest of my life with you, my wonderful TF husband. Aww.
Aw.
Now, what's kind of funny is here we're talking so much about marriage and like marriage vows. It's neat, again, the synchronicity of this. This is Sunday, the 29th of July, I think, that we're recording this. It was just our first wedding anniversary on Wednesday, July 25th, so just a couple days ago. So how cool is it that back in 2015 we're talking about getting married and wanting to be married, and here we are.
But wow, there was so much journey to go.
Yeah. Yeah. There's more.
I said to her, you are quite tough. This is a bit too much of a test, though. Pray this is the last, toughest time of your life. It's hopefully the last one for me, too. The next time I can imagine one of us being this tested is when one of us dies. Geez, we are not together yet, and I'm killing us off already. Yikes. Next topic. I have a vision. I arrive at your place, garage door open and closes. I get out, meet you at the door, gently hug you, and start bawling my eyes out because we have finally made it. Okay, I may or may not cry, but either way, I see we're both focused on the future, as the present is too hard to face. I owe all I am to your efforts, girl.
Goodness. Yes, love your vision of garage door closing, hug and bawl. My feeling for you and us really being back on has been really on the back burner since Boom. And once I'm finally feel to free and be me, feel to be with you, I will probably crumble in your arms.
You are tough, intelligent, and resourceful. On top of that, you are positive and beautiful. You are destroying yourself to get us together. Oh my God, we owe our existence to you. I will support you and us, not until we finally just get together, but forever as well. And I want to support us. I need to. It's not just wanting me to. I want you. I love and cherish you so much that words are just not good enough. I can't wait to be able to be with you full time. You are wanted. Know it will happen. We will get there and stay there. My beautiful wife. Mwah.
So sweet.
I'm such a mushball sometimes.
You are. I love it. I said, oh, my love, thank you. Thank you for your words and your sentiments. They touch me deeply and help me have faith and perseverance through this last stretch. Thank you. I need to hear those words right now as a reminder of what we are doing this all for. You are working very hard, too. We want us. No denying that one.
Oh, yes. We do want us, now and forever. Right now, I'm on the verge of work hell. I think that was just a warning that things were going crazy at work.
Yeah. So I said, we've already talked about this a bit, but it's important enough to say it again. Can we please make sure to promise and pact to be gentle with each other, especially after we move in? We may both crash physically and or emotionally. We'll both have work stuff on our plates, not to mention all the other challenges that we've gone through. We'll be getting used to each other in new routines and living patterns. We'll also have lots on our plates. In other words, I'm like we have to be aware that, yes, we're all in love and have all this wonderfulness, but we've never even lived together before. And all of a sudden, we've just come back together the last 3 months, and now we're planning on moving instantly in. We need to just realize that it might not all be wonderful and flowers and butterflies.
We're here, great. Now what?
Yeah.
But we weren't there yet.
No.
Weren't there yet. Huh. Do you realize it's only been 18 days since Boom? Everything is going so fast.
Was. Oh my
Oh.
goodness. That was weird. Oh, I was like, why?
Oh, yeah, we just had a
Fly
bug walk across our camera lens. I saw it flash, and I'm going, wait a minute.
I was trying to figure out why did the screen go black.
Oh, yeah. I was also just realizing that I was getting ready to move out, and it looked like for just a little while I was going to be staying with a couple of friends that I know.
Yes, because we still didn't know what the plan was with Regan when he was moving out. Like it was all so up in the air.
I was staying focused on making sure that plan A was still to move out with the guys eventually. I texted though that I am more excited than ever about our future. We have done it. We are going to be together. It's only a mop-up operation now. I've had so many. In fact, I've had too many previous military lives. I totally get all the words. With bad bits, I'm sure. We're on a lifetime journey that I did not even know existed 4 months ago. More on this and later in person. Must go now. Love you, girl.
Yeah. I think we're gonna skip some of this because it's still long. Yeah, so you were still planning to move in with the other guys.
Is this actually a good spot to stop?
Well, we'll skip some of the preamble. There was more romantic stuff, but you've heard lots of romantic stuff. It's all good. But basically what happened is Regan moved out. He found a place. He moved out of the house him and I were living in on a Friday, which I believe was February 27th of 2015. And Rob moved in on, I think it was Tuesday, March 2nd.
Yes.
It was crazy.
A month after boom. I had to say no to the guys. All of a sudden, Regan was gone. I had a choice of either still move out on my own for 6 months and do some rest without all the distraction. But Angie and I were just on such a collision course. We wanted to be together. We understood it was important to be together. I stayed at my friend's place for 5 or 6 nights.
Yeah.
I stayed at their place for a while. And then March the 2nd rolled around, and instead of taking 6 months off, I moved in. Moved in with Angie. 1 month after
felt
boom,
right.
about 4 months after learning about TF, all the chips had fallen in place, ways that we did not understand, miracles upon miracles.
Yeah, miracles.
And here we were.
Yep.
Hi. I didn't pull up with a truckload of stuff. I had just a little bit.
Yeah. It was all in storage.
Everything was in
everything
storage. Put everything in a storage lockup.
Yep.
That was it. My life was a couple of cardboard boxes with toothpaste and shampoo and a few changes of clothes, and the fly just walked across our lens again. It's a very nice little fly.
So anyway, next video, you think it's going to be all wonderful and all exciting because now we're living together and we're like in union.
That bit is all good. Other bits blow up.
This might have been the worst experience of my life yet. I still haven't decided if going homeless and that whole experience was worse or what's going to come up next in the story.
But
it was rough.
That's for next in the story.
Yeah.
I think probably my next little bit happens in the next story too. Yeah, the challenges just refuse to go away.
Yeah, we still had lessons to learn, and I mean, not that we never are done lessons, but we still had some hard lessons to learn, and they came hard.
But that is for then.
Yeah, we'll save that. So I'm sorry
we've got
way long.
Yeah, we've been a little bit long this time, but there's lots going on.
Yeah.
We've got ourselves a beautiful sunset. I've been in some sunshine and out of some sunshine as the sun's been going through and past trees. It's a gorgeous day out here. We got to drive back home.
Yes. So on that note, we're going to wrap it up. Remember, as always, to connect with your twin, go within. We love you guys. And I also wanted to say, because I didn't say it in the beginning, welcome to our new subscribers. We've had a lot of people just joining us now. So wherever you are in the video series, maybe you haven't caught up to us yet now, but welcome when you do get here.
Next weekend is a bit of a vacation weekend for us. I'd say less than a 50% chance of pulling off another video before
True. Yes.
before this coming up weekend. So hopefully right after. I don't want to go another 2 weeks. I love doing this, and we got really intense story bits coming up. So
Yeah.
maybe right after the weekend we'll do our next one, unless we pull it together right before.
All right. Good night, guys. We love you. Bye.
Bye.